So DPSP, if I have to talk about DPSP, as these are the DPSP, first of all, is from Article 36 till Article 51, and DPSP tells its theme is social, economical, so social, economical, and welfare is there, and DPSP, ESP have executive powers in it, legislative, law-making power also there. But in DPSP, there is no judiciary power. Basically, there is no High Court, Supreme Court, or any court thing in DPSP. That's a basic clarification. Then DPSP gives you good governance, good vision of government, non-judiciary, role of restricted to legislative plus executive. They are known for collecting or social principle. Then fundamental right, uh, a lot of political justice. DPSP is social, economical, and justice. Now, fundamental right are complementary to DPSP. Principle of Heromo's construction, Article 31. Now, DPSP starts from here. So, DPSP, first Article 36. This article talks about DPSP itself, the definition. It talks about what does DPSP mean, as DPSP mean the government, parliament, state government, and legislation. Now, the 37th, this talk about DPSP being not enforceable by any court. So you can't go towards a court and say that my this right in the DPSP is violated, because you don't, DPSP are not enforceable by any court, because they can't be like, you can't go in court and ask to remove this. And yeah, that is Article 37. And Article 38, this article tells you about DPSP having social, economical, and political justice. So every type of justice in DPSP would be provided to you. That is Article 38. Then moving on, Article 39. Article 39 talks about directs in DPSP. Directs in the DPSP and the state policy towards securing it. It has some as adequate means of livelihood for all citizens, distributive of material resource for all the common goods, prevention of conservation of health, equal pay, equal work, protection of workers and children agreement of depletion, health and development of children. And if somebody asks where is equal pay, equal work, it is in Article 39. Then Article 439 of A. For A, it is free legal aid. So free legal aid. This is in Article 39 of A, which is a part, right? Now 40 tells you about uh, yeah, 40 is one which have Panchayati Raj, and in this the Panchayati Raj, the first state which had Panchayati Raj was Rajasthan, and it also talk about Gandhianism. Moving on ahead, Article 41. Article 41 is state shall secure the right to work and education for public assistance. So, right to work and educate is in this thing, and also public assistance will be provided by the state. That is written in the Article 41. Then Article 42, in this the main thing here is the maternity leave, which are the leave that is given to a pregnant woman after the birth she gives, and pregnancy relief is given to her. That is in here, and also you could say about like uh, human condolment and work for that, right? Uh, that is provided by the state. Then 43 is state shall endeavor to secure living wages, decent standard of life. So like you could say 43 is like basically standardization of life. And going on ahead, 43 of A, this is the one which is related to your industry worker, or you could say cotton industry. Then 43 of B, this article talks about promotion of cooperative society. As you know, the cooperative society is also a part ninth of B. So from this B to this B, you can relate because B is very rare in this kind of thing. And the cooperative society is from 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2011. Next, going on to 44, which is Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code, UCC. Then 45th. 45th is for children between. So 45th you could remember as 86th Constitution Amendment Act of 2002, which talks about children between 6 till 14 age need to go to school. Next, 46, which talks about promotion of education and economical interest for weaker section. So 46 talks about promotion of education for a weaker section, which would be provided by the state. Now going on ahead, 47th is talks about duty of state to raise standard of living. So 43, which was also kind of this standard of living and all that, while 43 of A was cotton industry. So 43 till 47, you could imagine 4 plus 3 is 7. You could imagine that, and 4 ahead. So these both are kind of similar. Now going on to ahead 48th, which talks about organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. So animal husbandry in 48 husbandry. So like चार भकड़े थे, फल आती तो 8 हो गए. Uh, Going on ahead, which is 48 of A, which talks about protection of environment. So 48 is all about environment. 48 is itself for animal husbandry. 48 of A is for environment. Now 49, which is protection for monuments and places. As you know, it is our fundamental duty first, also to protect our monuments and all that. So that is also here in the DPSP as Article 49. Then going on, 50 is separation from judiciary for executive. In only DPSP. Then Article 51 is promotion of internal peace and security. And here all like stuff is there. So that is all your DPSP, directed principle of state policy. Now going on ahead. Now, as you know, part 1 was our union. Part 2 in our out of our 25 parts in our constitution. Second was your citizenship. Part 3 was your fundamental rights. Part 4 was your directed principle of state policy. Part 4A was your, which is from 42nd Constitutional Act of 1976. This is for a fundamental duty. Now, part 5 is for union, and this union is the executives. So we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to do uh, the actual fifth one. This is 4A. Now we are starting from union. And this union, first executive we are starting from is your president. No, president we are starting from. As you know, we have done till your article 1 till your article 4 were your union, article 5 till article 11 were your citizenship, article 12 till article 35 your fundamental right, article 36 till article 51 were your DPSP, and article 51A was your fundamental duty, right? Now for union there is a multiple article there, but you can divide them pretty easily. For the for the president, what you can do is you can basically write it like uh, basically you can write for president is first of all president have 10 articles. So 52nd it starts from, and it goes to your 62nd, right? Now, first of all, the short trick for president learning is first of all write PR, learn as Prem, PREEM. Now he is going from tracking, TREQ, tracking, and now he has to come in time. So come in time. So Prem, PREEM, tracking, come in time. Now look at this. This is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Ever done a one extra? PREM, TREQ, COIT. Let's see. So first of all is Prem, which is 52nd article PR. PR is for president. India shall have a president. That is in article 52. 53rd, which is E. So E is for executive power of president, and executive power, and the union shall vast in president. So union is basically the head is the president, right? Now the head of the country and all the states is president. Now he is, this is very important thing, he is a president is a nominal head, as he is not the real head, in a sense like he don't make that much decision. So you could say that president is a de jure head, and the prime minister, the PM, which is Narendra Modi, he has become the most serving president in India, as he had taken your Jawaharlal Nehru, and he is a de facto head. He is said to be as a real head. This is a pretty definition that you need to have in your mind clear. So president is not a real head. He is a nominal head, and he that is also called as de jure. And the prime minister is a de facto head, and he is the real head. Right? This is a pretty important thing that you need to know. Now, going on, PRE, PR president, E for executive. This E, which is 54, is election of president. Now, this is pretty special, as inside of election of president, there is very small seat, right? So in the election of president, the people who can vote are the elected members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and state legislative assembly. Other than these, only one which are allowed are your uh, Delhi, Delhi and your Pondicherry, their MLAs, the head. And this thing has been added by 70th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. As from 92, you also know the 73rd municipality and 74th, 73rd panchayati and 74th municipality. So you can just remember there is one more in the 92 family, right? Now these are the only one, and here the main word which you need to have your focus on is elected. Only the elected members are there. No nominated member will be allowed in president election to vote. That is a specific thing that you need to have clear in your mind. Now going on, PREE E54, then this 55 is 55th only, 55th, and this is M for manner of election. Manner of election. As the manner of election for president is first of all, it is your, let me tell you here, it is proportionate representation of single transferable vote. Now proportionate representation basically means how many like MLA would be there to vote, right? So total population of a state upon total MLA, which are from standing is X, Y, Z, A, are the voters. These voters are backed like they have a permission of like they are being selected by 50 more members for the single position to vote itself. Then there are your candidate A, candidate B, candidate C, right? Now imagine X giving him first position, his third, second, third. Here it is giving first, second, third. Here it is giving third, second, first. Here it is giving first. So obviously the C1 would go as the winning candidate. But what I want to say is proportional representation is this thing. Single transferable is that everybody have to vote for everybody, and like you can't do just vote for single person. You have to vote for everybody in order. That is single transferable vote. Now TR, which is your 56th. 56th is TR for term. Obviously president term is 5 year. After 5 year you have to do the election again. Now this E, which is 57th, is eligibility of president. He should be above the age of 35 plus or 35. And there is one more important thing. If they ask this, in India you can eligible for president as many times as you want, repetitively, but in USA it is 2 times only. A person can be a president continuously only 2 times. Now going on for Q, which is 58th, which is qualification. So qualification for president. So for qualification of president is there is no actual as of like written qualification for education qualification. Qualification are like 35 year plus. He should be Indian, and yeah, there should be, he should not hold any no post of profit, which basically mean he do not have any other job. Yeah. Now going towards the C, which is 59th, which is condition to hold office. So condition to hold office, as condition to hold office basically says that he should not be a member of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and he should not hold any post of profit, and he should not be Diwalia and all that, which basically mean he should not be bankrupt. Now this is 60th. 60th basically mean I guess there are 11 here. 60th basically is the O for oath and affirmation. Oath and affirmation. Now, very important for president, the oath is done by Chief Justice of India. If Chief Justice of India is absent, then the Supreme Court senior most judge would be doing that. The Supreme Court senior most judge would be doing the oath of the president. He would be there in presence, and the president would speak the oath in presence of the senior most judge. If he's not also there, then any judge of the Supreme Court. Now, going on ahead, I I is for impeachment of president, which is Article 61. As impeachment is taken from USA, that is also a question. Impeachment of president. Now T is your time for time for holding election again, which is after 5 year, or if he got terminally ill or he can't do this, the post or the job. So this is the whole president thing. Going on ahead, we did president, which is from article 52nd till 62nd. Going on ahead, we are going for vice president, which starts from 63rd article and goes till 70, right? So 63rd basically tells about there shall be a vice president in India. That is the introduction. 64th tells you about uh, the vice president is ex office chairman. That is 64th, ex office chairman. Then 65th talks about the powers of uh, executive power of vice president. So his one executive power is if president has gone for trip or anything out of the nation and he's not coming from supposedly like 1 month. So for in his place, the vice president would be acting as president. So that is one power of the vice president. Now 66th talks about election of vice president. Here the difference is that nominated and elected both member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha can vote here. And also Council of State. And this he should be 35 years plus, and proportionate representation of single transferable vote is also going there. Now 67 basically tells you about term of president, which is 5 years. Now 68th, which is recreation of vice president. So like re-election of vice president. So this is done when he is terminally ill, or he died to that, or removal is going on of his, or 5 year has been expired. So that is when re-election is happens. That is 68. 69th is oath and formation. And important of vice president, the oath and affirmation is done by president. Then 70th, which is the last, it talks about discharge of president function in other contingency. If the president is doing something bad, then the vice president will just come and take its position. Now this is all the president vice president done. Now article 71 talks about if there is any problem in the election of president and vice president, then Supreme Court would help in this matter. Now 72nd, which is very important, which is pardoning power of the president. Now there are different pardons here. First is normal pardon, second is commutation, third is remission, fourth is respite, fifth is reprieve. Pardon basically means you are completely uh, removing his punishment. Supposedly he was supposed to be hanged. You just removed that and removed his like punishment, and made him go to prison only. Not his death is awaiting him. He is now behind the bars. Earlier he was going to die. That is pardon. Commission is like kam karna. Commission. Then remission is reducing the punishment to a time like 50 years to 10 years. That is remission. Respite is for medical leave, medical reason. Reprieve is temporarily hold. Kher Singh versus Union case in 1988. Judicial review if authority of relation and middle field discrimination. So a famous example for pardon is Kher Singh versus Union of India case 1988. This is under Article 72, which is pardoning power of the president. Now from here it starts different. I do plan till doing till 782, so I'm doing 80 right. Next, going on ahead, which is 73rd, which basically says that uh, your parliament can empower any parliament can empower any executive power and can make law to powers driven the treaty of agreement. So like parliament can empower any state and all that. uh, that is given here. State basically mean the law making body. That is the 73rd. 74 is very important. This is important as it talks about your Council of Minister, which is Rajya Sabha plus Lok Sabha plus Prime Minister. When they both come together and give a advice to president, then he have no choice to accept it, and this power is binding. So that's the whole thing. First advice the president can cancel, and the second advice president have to obey. 75th is the president appoints prime minister. President plus prime minister appoints the council of minister. Now, council of minister, which is the Rajya Sabha, is collectively responsible to your president, not president, collectively responsible it is to Lok Sabha, and singularly responsible it is to president. Now, in that only, there is a thing like the Lok Sabha decision can be made on 1/10 of its whole thing is present, which is like the total population of Lok Sabha is 550. So if only 55 members are there, so the decision can be made. And in the Rajya Sabha, that is 15%. And this thing has been brought up by 91st Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003. And here in the 75th article, there is also talk about anti-deflation law, which is schedule second, which was brought up by your 85th 1985 52nd constitutional amendment act or something like that. It is brought up by a 52nd constitutional amendment act. Anti DFLADIUN deflation law, as if a person is there who got elected as not a party member, and later on he is trying to join a party, then under anti-deflation law he would be cancelled. Now going on to the most important article, which is 76, which is Attorney General. So Attorney General is the highest law officer of this country, and he is the lawyer of the central government. And he is appointed by president. And the Attorney General is he can go and sit in any court, but any court or any house, but he can't give his voting in there. He can provide his direction and like his opinions and all that. And the the attorney general works under pleasure of president. An attorney general, he can do like part time, in a sense of he can do any other job in free time. He's not obliged like the president or prime minister do not have any other job. He can have any other job too. And with this, there is also another one which is solitary general. This is not any constitution body. It is just which helps the uh, attorney general, and he is the second highest law officer. He provides aids to the attorney general, which is solitary general. Now, after that, there is Article 165, which is your advocate general, which is the highest law officer of particular state he is from. And he is appointed and work under the pleasure of governor of the particular state. Yeah, that's that. Now going on to regular 77th, which is for business. As you can imagine, 7 being the lucky number for business. Now 78th talks for prime minister duties. So duty of prime minister. So first of all, duties of prime minister. So some duties of prime minister is prime minister plus council of minister. When they have a meeting, after the meeting ends, the prime minister goes to the president and tells everything what happened in this meeting. Next, uh, council of minister, then prime minister, then president. So president and act as a this is a word which is said lich pin. This is said by Jawaharlal Nehru. Lich pin. It is prime minister. Lich pin is prime minister. Lich pin because he act as a intermediary. Then there are prime minister and its cabinet minister, which are its closest minister, and they have specific role like defense, finance, or home minister. They have portfolio. Then shadow cabinet are the same, but shadow cabinet are same but opposite party. Uh, Kitchen cabinet are the information group of head of the government. Now some, so this is important too. 79th article basically tells you about the whole government or parliament is made up of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and President. This is whole your constitution or parliament, you could say. And Lok Sabha is green as peacock, and Rajya Sabha is red as lotus. And in Rajya Sabha, there are 238 member elected, and 12 members which are your nominated under the of like science, social science, art and literature. Now the last article, which is 80, which is basically your council of minister, which is Rajya Sabha, which has a total member of 250, in from which 238 are elected and 12 are nominated. And Rajya Sabha to be filled by representation of state according to the provision of the fourth schedule. So fourth schedule, they are saying the Rajya Sabha would be filled according to that, which was your TEAR, which is a relation of seat according to state, which is total population upon total MLA into 1/1000. Now 83rd sort talks about and yeah, proposing representation of single transferable vote is there, which is fourth part. And some notes are here which says the election of Rajya Sabha member. This has been taken from election in Rajya Sabha. This we have enacted from South Africa. And nomination of 12 member is done by taken from Irish Constitution of Ireland. And the first sitting of the Rajya Sabha was 12th May of 1952. And some states which have one seat are Goa, Sikkim, Meghalaya, GSM. So yeah, this is that. And next is the